Gemma, and I just want to do a short interview, and this is going to be regarding wages in the Philippines and particularly in Cebu. The wages in, let's say, Manila are a little bit higher, and so anyway, these are the basic wages in Cebu and probably some of the surrounding areas, I think. So the first thing that I kind of wanted to touch on is workers going to work in Saudi Arabia for higher wages. And so, for instance, if someone is a housemaid here, their income, how much is it, would you say?
A housemaid here in Philippines,
Yes.
it's about 6,000 to 7,000 usually. Yeah.
6,000 to 7,000 pesos?
Yeah, that depends. But that's usually the amount.
Oh,
Salary wage for that.
Okay, and at 50 pesos per dollar, that works out to about $140 per month.
Yeah.
Now, if they were to do that same job in Saudi Arabia, what would the wages be roughly?
It could be 25,000 to 30,000. Yeah.
Okay, 25 to 30,000. So it's about 4 times as much. So maybe they're making $600 per month.
Oh yeah.
Or so, and but they're having to go to a different country.
You need to have the contract there for 2 years.
It's a 2-year contract. Okay, it's a 2-year contract usually, and and you're in a different country with different rules.
And then you can easily go home if there's an emergency because it's far.
Oh, okay, right. And you have to fulfill that 2-year contract usually. Yeah. So, okay, so that's so for somebody that's looking to retire in the Philippines, if they wanted to have a maid, then they could actually hire them basically for under 200 a month, about 140 a month. But then they also have to supply all their food,
shelter too.
Yeah, and shelter, and what about like toiletries and all that?
Yeah, you have to provide it too for free.
Oh, okay. So all that stuff needs to be provided.
Yeah.
Now the great thing about that though is that maid, what would she be able to do for you?
You're going to do the laundry, you cook, you clean the house like that. Yeah. Go shopping, buy some groceries.
Okay. And if you had a maid buying your groceries, more than likely that the person is going to be able to get you better deals on your vegetables and fruits and stuff. Because they're not going. I don't want to say there's a 2-tier pricing, but I do think that if it's a local person,
That's true.
they're gonna get better deals, right?
Yeah, because we're the same. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that can be a real plus.
Advantage for you too.
It's a real advantage. Yeah. So I know that I don't know about other countries, but I do know in the U.S. if you have a maid, you're paying at least a minimum wage. So the average person typically does not, they cannot afford a maid, for, I'm going to say 95% of the people, so that's something to consider if you want that. I don't know, I think you would tend to eat healthier because you're not eating out all the time.
Yeah, that's true. You can cook and then you can save a lot if you're cooking. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a real plus. Then you would be also saving on the dry cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. Because the housemaid will do that one. So you can save.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't be having to pay the house cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your housemaid is the one to do the house cleaning. So she can do it every day.
So there's quite a few pluses to that, you know. Now, what would be the negatives to that? What do you say?
As a housemaid.
As a housemaid, yeah. Are there any?
The negative is you don't have the benefits like the social security, like the health benefits like that. You don't have like that.
Oh, okay. So that would be the negatives.
Negative.
Oh,
But
okay.
the positive also, it's good because if you're done with your work within an hour, so you can have a rest. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you
Okay.
do it so quick, so it's good.
Yeah.
Most especially if the house is just small one, you know, it's easily for you to do that. And then you only have one boss, so it's okay. It's easier for you to cook because only one person you're going to do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then the other benefit for the maid would be, I guess, is that they're not paying
For the rent,
for
yeah.
rent.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
And then the food, if you work for other places and then the rent and the food is not excluded, so you spend much on that.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Then I also wanted to touch on the minimum wage here. A lot of people, you know, are wondering this, and I know myself, I was. So somebody that, let's say, that works at a fast food place, at McDonald's, for instance, the minimum wage is at
It's
how much
435 per day here in
Okay.
Cebu.
okay, so
For 8
400,
hours only, yeah.
435
Pesos.
pesos. That works out to roughly about 200. Now these numbers may not be totally accurate, but they're fairly close. That probably works out to about $240 per month. Yeah, in US dollars, and that's working full time, 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. So they're on a 6-day work week instead of 5-day here. And just, you know, another thing that I was kind of curious about is people in the medical field, say a registered nurse, the average wage in Cebu, and this I pulled up on Indeed.com, so it's fairly accurate. But the average wage for a registered nurse is 28,000 pesos, which works out to $560 per month. And it's quite a big difference, at least from the wages in California for an RN. But yeah, granted, the cost of living is quite a bit less, but yeah, I was actually kind of amazed by that. So, you know, so if you're somebody that's looking to retire, I would say the Philippines is a really good option, just because there's different things you can afford. You know, if you want to have a housemaid, if you're getting up there in age, well, you don't have to be getting up there in age. I mean, you could be 30 and still have a housemaid. But if you want to have a housemaid, you can. There's, you know, if when you go out to eat, you know, things are just less. I'm going to say, compared to California prices, they're about 50% less as far as food goes. Going out to eat, it's a lot cheaper. In other states, I don't know, but yeah. So it's a good option for somebody looking to retire, and living well. So it's just something to definitely consider. And there's other options out there too, and I'll be covering some of those other places, other countries, where you can retire on a low budget, or or live a better lifestyle than what you're probably currently living. So yeah, that's about it. I kind of just wanted to cover the wages here. The wages are low, so in turn you get more for your dollar, or whatever currency you have. And yeah, it's a really good alternative. And I want to thank you for watching. Do you have anything to add?
So what are you waiting for? Come and stay in Philippines.
Okay, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. All right, thank you. Bye.